Yo, you still with me?
I'm sorry. Sometimes I just, work out riffs in my head. Sometimes this is the way my brain works sometimes. I'm still here. And there's no place I'd rather be. What's wrong?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. You just had a look in your eyes that I've only seen on people that were thinking about something or someone that they lost.
Okay, back off. Now.
Easy, brother. Lady's idea. I mean, not that I'm complaining. Or that surprised. Old habits, right?
I'm not talking to you. You don't get to have a bad day and come in here play rough with the help.
Kate is so gonna fire me. I have to fill the last slot for the woman behind the man feature. There's no reception anywhere.
Apologies, Maximista. Although it's not surprising that they have yet to build sow towers on Spoon Island, it doesn't quite go with the tenebrous ornamentation. Although I suppose if they put a gargoyle at the top of the tower, maybe...
Spinelli, can we focus, please? We need to find a gas can or a working phone. I can't believe we got off that sandbar, got the engine started, only to have an empty tank. Or was that the point?
Well, I mean, the good news is that we are on safe, dry land.
I don't want to be on safe, dry land. I want to be on that party boat. I have to seduce Matt into agreeing to do the woman behind the man feature to save my job. So you need to stop staring at haunted mansions and get me out to that yacht. Before Elizabeth seals the deal with my boyfriend. No. Oh.
To me, Mr. Chance. Wrong place, wrong time. Nothing personal. Maybe it is. Hey, I'm gonna need that.
Not for what I'm gonna do to you.
I mean, for later. It gets chilly out on the deck.
That's why we're gonna just chill in here. Get the first mate to bring some food up later.
Really? You don't feel guilty? You don't feel like we should be with everyone
I
and
do not
celebrating
feel
Matt's
guilty.
accomplishment?
We are celebrating in Matt's knee deep in a bottle of champagne right now.
It's supposed to be Matt's big night, and it feels like we're the ones celebrating.
And I'm okay with that. I think we should make the most of it. Well, I appreciate your concern, brother, but Kate here wanted to play rough, so I was kind of happy to oblige her.
Scotch and the rocks, I'll take care of the ladies' order myself.
No, that's all right. I'm just leaving.
No, I'm thinking the disrespectful bastard who runs this place should leave.
And no disrespect intended, brother. That wasn't where you and Kate were back on.
No, that's because we're not.
Well, does he know that? Well, a little heads up would have been nice. Could have dialed down the charm a few notches, you know? Although I'm not sure would have mattered much, brother. Kate here's a little kid who always gets what she wants.
Yeah, so do I.
No.
Come on.
No, Sonny.
Have a seat with
I
me.
can't. I have to
one
go.
drink with me and I'll help you forget about your bad day. Otherwise, his is gonna get a lot worse.
She'd love to have a drink.
How did you get so astute at reading faces, huh?
Well, you know, Bensonhurst boys were not exactly known for their acute powers of self-expression, so you had to pretty much intuit what they were talking about, unless it was sports or cars.
Let me guess. Sonny was one of those Bensonhurst boys.
Well, you know, Sonny had his secrets, but never from me. I always knew exactly what he was thinking, exactly what he was feeling.
You grew up with Sonny. You probably knew too much about him.
Is that really possible? I mean, can you really never know too much about a person?
I think there's something to say for, you know, keeping a little mystery. I mean, what if you knew everything there was to know about me, and you got bored and lost interest?
I doubt it. So why don't you tell me? What are you actually thinking about back there?
I know this is gonna sound cheesy, but sometimes the music just comes to me, you know, in my head, and it's like an equation that my brain automatically has to solve. You never know. This next song might be about you. Maybe I'll call it She Knows Too Much.
You should have heard the way Elizabeth went on and on about Matt when we were trapped together in that warehouse. Oh, and by the way, talk about a useless fellow hostage. I mean, I practically had to do all the escaping myself.
Aided by the jackal who you did credit with saving your life.
All Elizabeth did was sat there and snarked about how I don't understand Matt and I don't appreciate him, and he deserves so much better than me. Whatever.
Wouldn't that decision be up to Max Meester's man friend?
There is no decision. Matt's already mine. He knows what I bring to the table. Look, I am the woman behind the man, the girlfriend behind the guy who's made huge medical strides doing whatever it is that he was doing to get published. None of this would have happened if he was with some desperate, clingy girl like Elizabeth. You know, I bet she expects her man to be with her every waking hour of the day. I gave Matt the space that he needed to get his research done. I mean, is it too much to ask for him to support me in return? I'm also doing him a huge favor by getting him on the pages of Crimson. I mean, seriously, who's going to read some dusty old medical journal other than dusty old doctors? Crimson will give him the exposure that he needs. I mean, this is Matt's big chance to get the fame that he deserves.
Raise Max Meester's profile as well.
Well, yes, there's that. But I mean, I spent a lot of time working for Kate and working for Crimson. I've earned it. I mean, I deserve this time in the spotlight. So, we need to get off this dark, depressing rock and get on to that yacht, okay? ASAP.
This place may not be as deserted as we think.
Of course it's deserted. Nicholas packed up and took his life to wherever, another casualty of Elizabeth's victim act. You know, I was with Matt before he was on the verge of his medical breakthrough. I mean, he was just a regular guy. I mean, he was a brain surgeon, of course, but who's counting? I mean, Elizabeth.
It's bad.
You know, of course Elizabeth wants to be with him now that he's a soon-to-be famous doctor. She just wants to latch on to his rising star. She probably thinks she never has to work another day in her life. So Elizabeth completely ruined Lucky's life and Nicholas's. Jason barely escaped. I am not going to let her trample all over Matt.
It's gone.
What's gone?
The presents.
Presents? Okay, what are you talking about?
The light.
What light? I don't see a light.
It was there, but now it's gone. It was what I saw earlier floating along the shoreline before it disappeared, then reappeared, and then moved through the transom.
Okay, wait, are you trying to distract me or something because you're the one that stranded us here all alone?
Yes, I am guilty of stranding us, but now I am quite convinced that we are not alone.
A little rusty, but it wasn't that bad, was it?
No, you were great.
Has anybody ever told you you're a terrible liar?
Yeah, right back at you.
I've never lied to you.
All right, what about after the bus crash, you had to make me keep talking about Dante to keep him from passing out from the pain? And you were trying to convince me that you were actually interested in hearing stories about my kid.
Trying to... I was. I couldn't imagine how tough it must have been to raise a kid as a teenager.
Oh, wow, raising a kid that's cakewalk. It's raising a teenager when the hard work starts. You know, my Aunt Teresa tried to warn me. I came back from the hospital with Dante. She was there waiting for me with a gift. She said, you're going to need this in about 13, 14 years.
Wasn't.
Here. I wore this thing every single day from the day Dante started high school to the day he graduated. St. Teresa of Avila, patron saint of headaches. Yeah.
Did it work? Did she
Well, it was
take the pain away?
It was either her or ibuprofen I was popping, but I mean, anytime I feel a migraine coming on, I always fish her out of the bottom of my jewelry box. So
How you feeling now?
I could do it with the boat rocking around like this, but at least my head doesn't hurt. So she must be doing her job.
So, is there a patron saint for everything?
Yeah. Pretty much. I guess I should have looked up the one for pole dancing.
Oh, she got a great story out of it, huh?
No, you got a great story out of it. All I got was a broken ass bone.
Well, it's a good thing you like to hang out with highly qualified physicians who also study massage therapy. Mind if I take a look?
I'm all yours.
Well, you looking a little low there, Kimosabe. Thought I'd help you out, brother. On the house rules. You better get to work, girl. Slacking.
Want to try something different? Wine?
You know, why don't we skip the drinks and you just tell me what this is all about?
That's what I want to know.
How did you even know I was here? Did you have me followed?
Well, you know, I have people checking the place, seeing who he pays off for protection.
Which would be you, and you alone.
If only your men could show the same respect for my privacy.
I need to know who's coming and going. How was your trip?
Fine.
Business or pleasure?
What do you mean exactly?
Well, you get pissed off when you can't reach your assistants. Sometimes they
Why do you
can't
care where
reach-
I went?
Well, I didn't ask you where you went. I just want to know how your trip was.
It was informative. Good? And how was your visit with Christina? I heard she gave up on an internship with me at Crimson to attend Yale.
Why does that surprise you? It's Yale. Everybody's dying to get into Yale.
Oh, yeah. Let me guess, some unsuspecting frat boy making room on the roster? Did you make the dean of admissions an offer she couldn't refuse?
You really want, huh?
No, I don't. I just hope you know that Christina will hate you for this.
It was, you know, I got her into college somehow. It's not a big deal. I mean, there are worse things for a dad to do to a kid.
Yeah?
Right?
Sure there are. It seems to become your new toy.
Yeah, souvenir I brought back from a trip.
Before or after the one Brenda took out of town?
After.
How was it? How was your trip?
Informative.
You went back there, didn't you? You went back to that house where it all happened.
Yeah.
You and Deke. Why did you do that?
Because I wanted to...
Why would you do that to
I wanted
yourself?
to sit on the steps and not worry that the door is going to open. I didn't want to be afraid that if the door did open, somebody grabs me, throws me in the closet after he beats me up.
And?
I had to do a lot of thinking.
Did you do any feeling or did you just keep denying
No,
those?
I don't deny my feelings. They're under my skin like fire, you know? They sting, they burn.
And this is what informed you.
It informed my decision.
What?
I bought the house.
You bought the house? Still standing?
Most of it. There's a piece of the door to the closet.
The one that Deke locked you in when you beat your mother.
Yeah. Pitch black in there. The only light coming through was through this keyhole. But I could see everything. My mother getting beat up. She'd be on her knees, begging Deke to stop. But of course he wouldn't. And I would do everything I could to get out of that closet. I'd bang on the door. And then he would turn around. He'd look at the door like, and I swear to you, he could see right through it. Just like looking me right in the eyes. And then he'd stop. come to the door, my mother would say, "No, Deke, don't go, please, please, please." But he wouldn't listen.
Go on.
So I would push myself back against the clothes, and I could still smell the smoke from his cop jacket, you know. And he would tear open the door. He'd come in, and he'd grab me, and he got me in a cop move. You know, like the grip. You know, you get a grip like that, and then my hands would be like right here because I was trying to get out of it. And then he would slam the door on my hand, bam, 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 on each of my fingers. Throw me in the closet, lock the door. And I told myself, first thing I'm going to do when I found out Deke, you know.
Was removed?
When I found out Deke got what he deserved, I went back to that door, tore it down, slammed it, kicked it, punched it, spit on it until it was in pieces, and then that's where I got this thing, and I made it into a key holder.
You made that into a holder of all your pain, Sonny, of all the darkness and the misery. You made it into a symbol.
Maybe it's just a reminder of what I'm not going to do to my kids.
You know, I think it's our religion. It's all about symbols of pain and sin, reminding us of our unworthiness.
It's hard to let go, right?
Well, I don't think you'll ever be able to get past any of this if you hold on to this and everything that it represents.
I'm just trying to own it.
Oh, no, Sonny.
Yeah.
You are not owning that. It is owning you.
Nicholas must have shut off the electricity when he decided to ditch this dump, which probably means the phones aren't working either. Awesome.
The jackal senses sadness and anger.
You think?
No. No, Maximus, it's not your anger. I mean, Prince Nicholas and the family Cassadine, I mean, they imprinted their emotions in these walls. Fair Emily died here.
Please don't remind me of that awful, awful black and white ball from hell.
Evil forces here even before the Cassadines took ownership, drifting with the last light of their souls, searching for the door to final rest.
Okay, someone really needs to lay off the Stephen King novels.
My granny spoke of them, like will-o'-the-wisps,
Right.
and...
Spinelli, seriously, you need to stop. I don't care about the wisps or their will. And you're really starting to freak me out here, okay? We need to focus on gasoline and phone services, not some ghost stories from your grandma. There's obviously nobody here to help us. Did you hear that?
Lisa.
Well, I guess I know what's on your mind.
Where are you going? Stop.
To get you some food.
I would rather have you. Don't worry about that.
Well, tell your stomach that. Okay, that settles it. I'm out of here.
Come on, we were just getting to the good part.
I'm okay with you making noise in the bedroom, but not that kind of noise, okay? I'm gonna go get you some food, and I'll be right back. I promise.
I just couldn't stop yourself, could you?
Not a chance.
Sonny, it's time to move on.
Like you did. Change my name, create a whole new life.
Would that be so bad?
I got kids. Can't do that.
No.
You need me.
Yes, they do. They need you to be present in their lives, not to be stuck in the past.
Doing the best I can.
Do unto others as they would do unto you. I don't think that holds you in a very enviable position with God.
Oh, well, not everybody can be like you, Connie.
There's that look.
What are you telling me?
That stupid, smug look I grew up hating.
Yeah?
And adoring at the same time. God, how is it possible to feel so many conflicting things about one person?
What do you feel for Coleman?
What?
What do you feel for Coleman? You think I don't see
I don't
what's
feel
going
anything
on?
for Coleman. That would be nothing.
Oh, right. Like Polly Tesoro, you know. Back in the day, you wouldn't give
Here
him
we
the
go.
time of day, but you know what? In school, he wasn't even around. But as soon as we got in a fight, you were over at his father's house because you wanted to piss me
Why
off.
not? You know, that's your
Yeah,
problem.
well.
That's what I'm talking about. You have a death grip on the past. It's not healthy.
And turning your back on it, pretending like it never happened. That's healthy?
I made a choice a long time ago that I wasn't going to let my past define who I am. And you can do that too, Sonny, if you choose.
It's a tailbone feeling.
Oh, Doc, you know what? I think you got the healing touch.
Me and St. Teresa.
Oh, you know what? You know what? Just keep laughing. Laugh it up. You certainly didn't hold back when I fell off the freaking pole.
That was funny.
Well, I'm sure it was very funny, but the problem was I wasn't trying to be funny. I was trying to be sexy.
Yeah, well, you don't have to try. You are.
What I am is clumsy. I always have been. I remember the first time I tried to walk in heels, I fell right on my face and I chipped my tooth.
Oh, wow.
Yes, it took me 2 whole summers to save up enough money to get the thing fixed.
Well, I bet you were still sexy even with a chipped tooth.
Yeah, very hot, very sexy. Mark Cerullo got the whole neighborhood calling me Chip. Until I kicked his ass at a block party.
Wow. I am learning so much about you tonight. Chip. I'm just kidding. I swear, I'll never do it again.
Okay.
All right? I can't afford to cut you loose. Miss out on all these good stories.
You know what? My life is pretty much an open book. So why don't you just tell me what you're hiding?
I hate to disappoint you. My life wasn't nearly as interesting as yours. I definitely wouldn't be a bestseller if I wrote the book.
I'd buy a copy. Just for the pictures?
Save you money. Never know when you might chip another tooth.
Oh, don't make me sorry that I told you that. All right, no, I want to hear something. I want it to be something good and personal.
Okay. One time I was dating this girl. She was smoking hot. And she wanted to surprise me.
Okay.
So she went to all this trouble to plan this big, elaborate, romantic evening. And everything was going great. But then, we had this minor accident
What? What happened?
involving a stripper pole.
Oh, so funny. I forgot to laugh.
Told you to make a good story. And you know what?
What?
The best part was the ending.
What happened?
I got to massage her tailbone. And it was quite a tailbone. But we have to get back to that party. They're probably looking for us.
I gotta tell you, I'm not in any rush.
Yeah, well, apparently the captain isn't either. I thought for sure he'd be heading back to shore by now.
Well, Patrick probably paid him off to anchor out for another hour or something.
Patrick also knows that I have to be back at the hospital. Marucci couldn't cover my shit for very long. Why don't you come with me? Let's talk to that captain, all right?
It'll really take any excuse to get out of opening up to me, won't you?
Okay. All right. All right, you want to know what my most embarrassing moment ever was?
Yes, I do, and I want to do something worse than that Dolly Parton thing.
No, it won't be. I'll give you every last detail. Just as soon as we talk to the captain. You see? We are not alone.
No, the catch on the door. Bookcase, whatever. It's probably broken. There's no ghost here, Spinelli. This place just needs a carpenter. We're all alone here. Unlike Matt, he's probably got Elizabeth crawling all over him right now. We're wasting time.
Almost an invitation.
It's almost almost like you're seeing what you want to see, and I know why. You're trying to distract me into solving some non-existent mystery so that I'll get distracted and we'll never make it out to that boat. I mean, this is not the time to make another attempt at romance.
Are you saying that there would be an opportune time to present the possibility of...
No. Sorry. I'm not trying to hurt you. I never want to hurt you again. Look, I know that you're focusing on me as some project because you read somewhere that the best way to get your cyber mojo back is to focus on something else, and that's fine. I'm really happy to help you, but we've already done the romance thing. Spinelli, it just doesn't work out.
True. But that was a previous version of me. I feel like I've been upgraded, if you will. And this Jackal 2.0 is far more passionate and more heroic than the prior installation. This man before you was different. In ways even I have yet to comprehend. I'm looking for paths of expression, of a challenge, of expertise, in hopes that possibly going back or possibly not going back to the cyber wizardry of before.
What do you mean, possibly not? I mean, are you saying that you don't want to be who you were?
Perhaps we go in. Maybe we find the light. Maybe I can prove that I wasn't making up what I saw. And I guess, yes, it would be a prime opportunity to showcase Jackal 2.0's newfound bravery.
Spinelli, just... don't. Please?
Whatever happened to Polly Tesoro?
I have no idea.
I actually didn't.
Why'd you ask me then?
Because I was just curious if you're keeping tabs, you know. 10 to 15 years grand theft auto. He stole an old lady's car. I always told you, guy's a punk.
Whoa, Sonny. With your extensive rap sheet, you have no right to throw any stones.
I'm just saying it's a pattern. I mean, we fight and you hook up with a lowlife. Because look, over there. That's what I'm talking about.
My kiss with him had nothing to do with you.
Also, you didn't think that maybe I would walk in here at the right moment, just like with Polly, and you weren't trying to make me jealous.
Wow, I'm glad to see your ego hasn't changed, Sonny. For the record, I didn't come in here for anything but a drink, and I don't remember dropping any hints to you about my location.
So your mouth just happened to fall into coma.
You know, whatever happened is none of your business because we are not together anymore.
Oh, okay, I understand we're not together anymore. But, you know, we have been spending some time together, right? And, you know, we have been enjoying each other, I think. And, oh,
debatable.
Okay, so then I send you flowers, right? And what happens? What happens? You do what you always do. I get close, and you leave town.
My trip had nothing to do with you. I have a life.
Business?
Why do you care?
Because you care. Because I can see it in your eyes. It's that same look you had back in the day. You know what that look tells me? That you want me.
Not if you were the last man on earth.
And she said that to me before, too.
What's preventing you from the possibility of another great adventure?
Time, a party, no means to get there, a drunk mother of three, going for number 4 with my boyfriend. You need me to go on? I mean, who knows where that tunnel leads or how far it goes or how long it would take us to get there. God, I'm so over it, Spinelli. I don't have time and I'm not in the mood for another sewer debacle.
It does appear to be above ground.
Well, yeah, I mean, this part of it maybe, but for all we know, it could lead straight down to hell, and since I'm headed there anyway, I think I'd probably like to delay my visit. We need to focus. Gas. Garden shed behind the kitchen. And no more talk about floating lights unless they're floating on the water and they're a party boat. Now let's go.
Room service. Patrick.
it's a shame that if you wanted me all this time and you didn't say,
A shame.
yeah, just think of all the fun we could have been had.
Well, where would we have this fun, Sonny? In your house? In the bed that you shared with your wife? Seems a little crowded to me. You know, where would Brenda fit in this fantasy?
I love Brenda more than anything. And she loved me, or the idea of me, she couldn't deal with certain things. And she left. Now, I gotta learn from that.
Have you learned from that?
Well, I can't keep holding on to people because I end up getting hurt. But worse than that, they end up getting hurt and they don't deserve
It's
that.
because you get them to love you, and they're so busy trying to save you that they don't see everything around you. And the darkness inside you, they're trying to love you into a better life.
Like you did.
No, I tried. Look where it got me.
You know what? Maybe you were right to run away all those years ago.
Yeah, I don't know about that anymore. We might have had something for a while, but I'm sure I would have become dissatisfied.
With my life.
With mine.
We're different, you know? I mean, we're not the same.
No. Please don't.
I was just trusting you in. Why you always fighting this?
Because, Sonny, I care about you. But this is not an invitation, all right? I know better than to go around picking up hot coals.
Well, you still like to get close to the fire. And if you stay long enough, you build tolerance. The heat starts to feel real good. And then it cools down. And you want it to get hotter. Hey, I'll see you later, okay?
Okay.
The glass over there?
This should do the trick. Probably just enough to get us where we need to go.
Which would be to the party boat, right? It better be. I can only imagine what that skank Elizabeth's up to right about now.
Do you desire me to go on board as well?
Oh, no, you can just drop me off and then go home. But thanks. I really appreciate it. It was really sweet of you.
So maybe another time?
Maybe. And only maybe. And only if you get me back to the party boat and you stop talking about wispy things and lights and evil forces.
Anybody home? Hello? Hello? Oh, Skipper is nowhere to be found. Maybe we ought to check Ginger's stateroom, huh?
You know what? I've actually always been partial to Marianne.
All right.
Yeah, you kind of resemble her in a way, you know.
Should I take that as a compliment?
Oh, Marianne was hot.
Yeah, well, thank you very much, Professor.
Well, he obviously isn't here.
Obviously.
We should go look for him. This boat's not very big.
Maybe he went a little private time with his first mate, and maybe we should just accept defeat, follow his lead.
You know what? I could do that. I could do that, yeah. Come on.
Wait a second.
What? What's wrong?
This engine. This is not right.
I'm glad you could join us. Patrick! God, what'd you do to him?
You did it. You both did. This and what comes next.